Hey, what's up, guys? DF Demon here. So I'm gonna go over a bunch of different things. So it's gonna be like Johnny Somali. I'm gonna go over Bill Clinton and the Epstein files type stuff. Anyways, it's gonna be a bunch of stuff, bunch of different people. So, anyways, let's get right to it. Here is Bill Clinton's statement as someone who grew up in a home with domestic abuse. Not only would I not have flown on his plane if I had any inkling of what he was doing, I would have turned him in myself. Wow, how convenient of a statement for you to be saying that. Context. How convenient of a statement for you to be saying that is saying that there are multiple people that are basically saying the same thing and in the context of I am innocent, and if you just listen to this statement, this definitely proves that I must be innocent regardless of what evidence has been put on that person.
We have nothing to do with Epstein. The Democrats do. All of his friends were Democrats.
The chronology of the connection that he had with Epstein ended several years before anything about Epstein's criminal activities.
That was some good stuff. Now let's get on to the rest of the video, shall we? Like, for example, this video right here is supposed to be talking about his relationship with Epstein, how he knows him. And he doesn't mention it until about a minute 53, actually a few seconds later. But he doesn't really mention it until around here, right? But what he does at the very beginning, he says, first off, I love my country. And then he starts talking about, he does emotional reasoning. The second reason I was here is that the girls and women whose lives Jeffrey Epstein destroyed
deserve not just justice.
Like, yes, this is 100% true statement. However, this is all emotional reasoning. He starts off with emotional reasoning and say how much he loves his country and stuff like that, all emotional stuff. For a minute and 50 seconds? A minute and 50 seconds. And then finally, he gets to the point.
First, I had no idea of the crimes Epstein was committing. No matter how many photos they show of me, I have two things that at the end of the day matter far more than any interpretation of 20-year-old photos. I know what I saw, and more importantly, what I didn't see. And I know what I did, and more importantly, what I didn't do.
See, he's talking around it. He's not actually saying any of that, though. He's not saying, more importantly, what I didn't do. He knows. He's saying that he knows, but why isn't he saying any of it then? Anyways, that's just my little thing about that video. That's my comment about it. I just find that kind of strange how he just talks about it the entire time. We're talking around it, rather. And here is in basically text for those of you who want to read it. Up to you. But also, it also says more in here than just in the video itself, essentially. But yeah. And right here, we got a very good response by Chris Tucker saying what he was doing with Jeffrey Epstein.
But wait a minute. You didn't never go to that island, did you?
No.
And see, that's a common, and that's a common answer, essentially. Like, that's a good answer. I want to say a common answer because, of course, he's not going to be like, yeah, he went to the island, right?
Now I did. We flew Bill Clinton.
I just pushed play way too soon.
Epstein, didn't you?
Now I did. We flew Bill Clinton and a lot of different. That was a humanitarian trip to Africa, and
Yeah.
I met him on that trip because it was his plane. I didn't know who plane we was getting on, but it was a whole bunch of dignitary people. We was with a delegation, and yeah, I met him, and you don't know people what they do in their private lives, so yeah.
Tell me
He
that.
added that last part to also defend himself so that no one thinks that he actually like knew that person personally, right? That was why he said that last part. It didn't really seem that necessary for like the conversation, but for the context that he was trying to bring out, that's why he said that last part. It's for the context.
Chris, you was on this private plane, and you could tell that it was a private plane because they called it, what is Lolita Express?
Oh yeah, it was a private plane. Yes. Oh yes.
Now, this is the last person I'm going to be talking about today, Johnny Somali. Now, this is going to be a handful. This guy did a lot of stuff. Now, what did he do exactly? Check this out. Now, although he did apologize for his actions, apologies doesn't change the fact that he did what he did. So now he has this going for him. Check this out.
This is America. Don't got you slipping on.
Why would you let black Americans in your country? Don't let us in your country.
Yeah.
Don't give us a visa. Because we're going to crash out. Our goal today is to start a war.
Legal Mindset does a really good job explaining his situation. Check this out.
Johnny Somali, aka Ramzi Khalid Ismail, was absolutely crushed today in court, and we have massive consequences as the FAFO hits. We're going to get into that today on the Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney over here in Asia, and this is a Fast Facts video, the quick and dirty version of the latest in legal news. And of course, we've been following.
Now, I'm not going to have you watch the whole thing. If you want to watch the whole thing, you can watch his video. He makes really good videos. But I do want to point out this part.
Actually has some real consequences for him, even in the United States. So we're going to talk about that as well. So let's jump right into it, guys. In case
Yeah, even in the United States. So even though he broke the law, right, elsewhere, he still has to face criminal charges here because he's from America, right? So that's why he's also going to be facing charges not only in South Korea, but also America as well.
if you don't know, Ramzi Khalid Ismail is facing 8. Yes, 8.
My avatar is in the way. My bad. Make it a lot smaller. Okay. Sorry, I'm covering the mic here. Okay.
Different charges. That's 4 obstruction of business, 2 minor offenses acts, and 2 deepfakes. Now, he'd been trying to get rid of this deepfake with Youngman and also the one with Bong Bong, trying to kind of knock both of those things off because that's stuff that carries serious prison time, and that's the thing where you can't wiggle out with a fine. And because
I like his chart. His chart does a really good job of like everything that he will be facing, or will be facing. Now, with all these charges faced, I don't think he's gonna have an easy time sleeping every day.
My teddy! I haven't got my teddy, Dad. Please, I can't sleep without him. I don't want to play that game anymore.